All right, this tutorial is about the least common multiple, most commonly referred to as the LCM. So first of all, let's break this down. The word multiple means the result you get when you multiply a whole number by another whole number. You need to think of it as skip counting. All right, so examples, multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and that goes on forever. Multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. So these are multiples of these numbers. Now, least common multiple. This will be the smallest multiple shared between two or more whole numbers. The LCM is often used to find a common denominator when you're talking about fractions, but you don't always have to use the LCM. All right, so first example here. We want to find the LCM for 4 and 8. So you need to list the multiples for both numbers. So here I've listed multiples of 4 up to a certain point. You don't have to go on forever. 6, also multiples, but I didn't go on forever. And you want to find the least common multiple. So when you're working from left to right, what number do they share to begin with? It's not 4, it's not 8, it's not 6, but look at that, it's 12. Do they have other multiples? Absolutely. All right, and if I were to continue going, you'd see 36 down here. All right, the least common one is 12, so your LCM between 4 and 6 is 12. All right, find the least common multiple for 8 and 12. So again, I've listed some of the multiples. I didn't go on forever. For both 8 and 12, they don't share 8. They don't have 16, but look at this. They share 24. And if I'd gone on over here, you would have gone to 48, and they would also have 48 in common. But the least common multiple is 24. So the LCM between 8 and 12 is 24. All right, how do we use it with fractions? Find a common denominator between 5/6 and 7/9. So you're going to list the multiples of 6 and 9, which I've done here. And again, you could go on forever, but you don't want to go too far because that common multiple is going to be kind of towards the front. So not 6, not 12, but look at that, 18. All right, so 5/6 I'm going to make into 18ths. 7/9 I'm going to make into 18ths. 6 times what is 18? That'd be 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. Remember, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top to get your common fraction. 9 times 2 is 18, so 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, now they have common denominators, and you can add or subtract them. All right, I hope this helps.